Alright, so the Suicide Squad is set for release any day now in North America, or by the time you've seen this video, maybe it's already out. But you know what, all the same, I thought it would be fun in honor of Task Force X making the big jump from comic to the silver screen. I, as Kate Joel, would take it upon myself to count down every member of the Suicide Squad to date in chronological order, so without further ado, let's get to it. Now, whether you actually knew it or not, the original Suicide Squad has its roots in World War II, and as such, its members were soldiers, not supervillains. That would come later. The original Silver Age team lineup consisted of Colonel Rick Flag Sr., Jess Bright, Dr. Hugh Evans, and Karen Grace. Now, the next time anyone would really see the Suicide Squad was in the 80s during the crossover event Legends. This story was outlined by John Ostrander, a man who would go on to define the team as a group of morally gray supervillains being forced to fight against their will for the US government. This version of the team featured Amanda Waller in the first of what will be many appearances, Deadshot, the only other real consistent member of the team, Colonel Rick Flag Jr., yet another guy who we're going to be seeing a lot of, Bronze Tiger, Enchantress, Captain Boomerang, and Blockbuster. Now, after this, in May 1987, Ostrander would pen the ongoing adventures of the Suicide Squad in their first ever solo series, and seeing as the title is Suicide Squad, it should come as no surprise to anybody that the team went through a ton of different members, some who only joined up for one issue before dying, some who are really more like affiliated guest stars but who get included on the Wikipedia page because, well, just kind of because. And some of those villains were Mindboggler, Nemesis, Nightshade, Plastique, Black Orchard, Kronos, Penguin, yes, that's right, that Penguin, Killer Frost, Velocity, Multiplex, Slipknot, hey, he's gonna be in the new movie, Parasite, Manhunter or Privateer, depending on who you ask, and Duchesse. Now at this point you might be thinking, and rightly so, that the Suicide Squad is just a place for supervillains, and for the most part you would be right, but the fact of the matter is, from time to time, like in Suicide Squad number 11 from 1987, wayward superheroes would often find their way onto the team, and two of the very first were actually Speedy Roy Harper, as well as the magical Vixen. Now, during a special Suicide Squad Doom Patrol crossover, the team would also grow to include Mr. 104, Thinker, Weasel, Psy, and Javelin. No shock, most of these guys would end up dying on their first mission. The 80s would conclude with the following massive infusion of new members to the team. This era would include Captain Cold, Shade the Changing Man, Oracle, aka Barbara Gordon, Count Vertigo, Dr. Light, Jewel, Shriek, Punch, Raven, Lady Liberty, Silent Majority, Major Victory, Poison Ivy, wow, more Batman villains, Adam, Thinker, Shrek, Stalinovoke, Black Adam, yes, that's right, frickin' Black Adam was on the Suicide Squad, wrap your head around that, Catalyst, Enforcer, Firehawk, Mauser, Karma, Outlaw, Silver Swan, she's a Wonder Woman villain in case you're wondering, Sportsmaster, and The Writer, yes, as in Grant Morrison, the writer. This would mark the end of the Suicide Squad solo series, and without a book to call their own, the team would make sporadic appearances throughout different comics, including Superboy, Hawk and Dove, as well as The Adventures of Superman during the 90s and early 2000s. These members included Amanda Waller for a second time, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot again for a second time, King Shark, Knockout, Sam Makoa, Sidearm, Superboy himself, Quartzite, Shrapnel, Bronze Tiger, Count Vertigo, Thermal, Flex, Bolt, Cameron Chase, Copperhead, Killer Frost, Sledge, Plasmus, Manchester Black, Chemo, Steel, not gonna be the last time we see him either, and even the alien warlord Mongol. Now, in 2001, the Suicide Squad got a crack at another book of their own. This era would be unlike any other in the squad's history. For one, it leaned a lot more on dark comedy than anything else, but it was also an attempt made to bridge the gap between the World War II roots of the team and the current supervillain Strike Force stuff. Members included Sergeant Rock, who was basically DC's answer to Nick Fury, but never used as such, Big Sir, Bulldozer, who is Sergeant Rock's right-hand man and basically DC's answer to Dum Dum Dugan, but never used to that extent, Clock King, Clue Master, hey, that's Stephanie Brown's dad, Major Disaster, Multi-Man, Amanda Waller, yet again, Havana, Modem, Bolt, Killer Frost, Putty, Deadshot, big surprise, I know, Black Star, Reactron, Hawkman, Power Girl, Star Spangled Kid, and even the JSA's Wildcat. From 2002 to 2008, the book goes away yet again, and we're treated to more interim Suicide Squads. The team's biggest moments would come in big super events like World War III and even the Salvation Run. The team's makeup at this point should not surprise anyone as being very, very familiar. There was Amanda Waller, who would actually start pulling double duty with the organization Checkmate as well. Captain Boomerang, still George Harkness. Double Down, Killer Shark making his first appearance. Nemesis, Colonel Rick Flag Jr. once more. Icicle, Javelin, Jewel, Mirror Master, Punch, Tattooed Man, King Faraday, Multiplex, Nightshade. Bane, the General, Wade Eiling. Bronze Tiger once more. Atom Smasher, Albert Rothstein. Plastique, Count Vertigo, Captain Boomerang, only this time it was Harkness's son, Owen. Persuader, Electrocutioner, Chemo, Deadshot, man, this guy gets around, doesn't he? Solomon Grundy, and finally Killer Frost once again. Now, it was around this same time too that something quite amazing happened, and that is that John Ostrander returned to the book that he made famous and gave us what might very well be one of the very best Task Force X stories ever told, and he chose to cast the book with some fan favorites. Those included Amanda Waller for the 4th time, Colonel Rick Flag Jr., Bronze Tiger back again, Captain Boomerang, Nightshade, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang the Sun this time around, Multiplex, the General, Chemo, Count Vertigo, King Faraday, Marauder, Thinker, White Dragon, who, might I add, the white part is that he's a white supremacist. Yes, these people are all in jail for a reason. Twister, Blackguard, Windfall, and Plastique. We would end up having a few more interim squads from 2008 to 2011. This team's biggest event was taking part in a couple Manhunter stories, as well as being one part of an amazing Blackest Night crossover with the Secret Six, that being another team of down-on-their-luck villains that just so happened to feature Deadshot as a founding member. Membership on this team included Plastique, Multiplex, Bronze Tiger, Captain Boomerang, Owen Mercer, Count Vertigo, Amanda Waller one more time, Colonel Rick Flag, you know he had to be there, King Faraday, Yasmin Souza, Virtuoso, and finally Nightshade once again. And with that, my Kate Joel fans, we are finally up to the New 52 and the modern era of Suicide Squad. Keep in mind, the writers of this chapter for Task Force X's history changed almost as often as the team in the book did, so you can understand that this is where things get a little bit schizophrenic. Also, along the line, the book's name changed from just Suicide Squad to New Suicide Squad. All that really means is that we have even more people to cover and even less time to do it. Amanda Waller led the team, no shock there. There was also Black Spider, Deadshot making his 5th appearance in this video. El Diablo, hey, he's gonna be in that movie, ain't he? King Shark, who was not only on the Suicide Squad, he was also on the Secret Six. Harley Quinn, yes, that's right, Harley Quinn only made her appearance in the Suicide Squad just recently, and yet she's a huge part of the new movie, go figure. Savant, this dude left the same issue he appeared in. Voltiac, Captain Boomerang once more, Yo-Yo, Crowbar, Iceberg, Light Lime, the Unknown Soldier, who actually is something of a Vertigo holdover, James Gordon Jr., yes, that's right, Commissioner Gordon's son was on the Suicide Squad for a minute, Cheetah, famous Wonder Woman villain, Power Girl, who was actually tricked into joining the team as part of Forever Evil, Warrant, a wholly original character who got his backstory out in this issue only to be seemingly killed, Steel, I told you we'd see him again, Black Manta, Deathstroke, who only joined the team because he got paid, Joker's daughter, Reverse Flash, the Daniel West version, Parasite, and Cheetah one more time. Finally, we are up to the newest version of the DC Rebirth Suicide Squad, which, in a move that will surprise absolutely no one, includes all the different members from the movie. There's Amanda Waller, there's Deadshot, there's Rick Flag, there's Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Killer Croc making his first appearance on the team ever, which is surprising, Katana also making her first appearance on the team ever, and lastly, El Diablo. And with that, everyone, I have named every member of the Suicide Squad ever. That is, of course, unless I missed some, which I almost certainly did. This is the internet, so I await you to correct me in the comments section down below. All the same, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to be able to do something fun and creative like this for you another time. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.